Okay, so I'm gonna try this another way because this is this third video I'm recording for my new series video, Diary of a Single Mommy to Be. I've tried uploading a video twice on YouTube, and it seems to keep losing my videos that I've recorded over 20 minutes. So I'm using just my computer's webcam and see how this works out. I'm gonna give this a shot. So again, this is my channel, uh, Single Mommy to Be. I will go through as to how I am to be a single mommy, um, how that came about. Um, yeah, so this is my journey, my new journey, Single Mommy to Be. Do follow me on Twitter, Single Mom, the number 2, B, B-E. So, how am I a single mommy to be? Well, my baby's father has decided that he doesn't want kids in his life right now. Sent me a text message, yes, a text message, no less, stating that he doesn't want kids in his life right now. So, I am a single mommy to be. I will go through as to how we met. We met online through POF, Plenty of Fish. Um, yeah, we chatted for a while before even meeting. We met and we were off. We were nearly attached to the hip. We spent a lot of time together. What I consider to be a lot of time together, seeing that I hadn't seen anyone like that in quite some time. Um, I hadn't even had feelings for anyone um, in quite some time. Um, I had been still singing my high school sweetheart for numerous years. Still, yes, anyone who knows me will know exactly who I'm speaking of when I say my high school sweetheart, who I consider to be my soulmate. Um, and when I say soulmate, not necessarily um, the way many may think about a soulmate. I definitely feel like this is a person that's going to always be in my life to some extent, one way or another. Our families, our parents are still really close. Um, they still hang out. They still spend time with each other. They still talk. Um, we still talked. We still were dealing with each other until I met this person. Um, until I met my baby's father. Um, so yeah, that's that. So um, yeah, so my baby's father had sent me a text message stating that yeah, he doesn't want kids in his life right now. Total 360 from the conversation we had in regards to me having this kid. I had already let him know that um, I had already had 2 abortions prior or before um, through the past, and I wasn't about to have a third. So it was pretty much already set in my mind once I found out, like, this is it, this is happening, this is the moment, there's no going back. Um, yeah, this is it. So he seemed to be on board. He hadn't expressed any of a not wanting um, this child to me in person, in my face, but instead he took it upon himself to send me a message or text message a couple weeks later stating quite the opposite, um, that he doesn't want kids in his life right now. Exact words, he doesn't want kids in his life right now. Whatever that's to mean, whether he feels that he'll be able to drop in sometime down the line, um, is that would be something. That would be something. That would be um, ridiculous to me, honestly, because I've now come to I've um, I guess wrapped my head around the idea that this person has decided that um, he doesn't want to be in my life. He doesn't want to be in uh, this baby's life. Um, and I have to say that I am can't say really happy, but um, I'm happy to I'm happy with him letting me know early on, so where I could make plans where well, I've always had my own plan. I always had my own plan. I always do my own thing. I've been independent for quite some time. I've um, always had embedded in me that at the end of the day, the only person you have is you. So with that, I had already decided what I was going to do. I went ahead and did what I needed to do, going ahead, seeing a doctor, doing those things to get on track to having a healthy baby. So, um, yeah, it's neither here nor there. Feel like people are going to do what they want to do at the end of the day. At the end of the day, I'm having this kid with or without um, this person here or not. Um, so, yeah, single mommy I am to be. Um, did I ever see this happening? Can't say that I did. Um, can't say that I did not. Eventually, more so, see myself having a kid by myself. I started to see that because I am now 32. I'm getting older. The moment was to eventually come. Um, that, I definitely started to think that I wasn't going to have kids, that kids were just going to be, for my siblings, not necessarily the life um, for me. Not to say that I didn't want kids. I definitely felt I wanted to have kids. Um, I didn't want to have kids or have a kid without having both halves, a mother and a father, present. But it seems that I am on this path that I am to be single, single parent, a single mother, a single mommy to be. Um, and I'm definitely looking forward to the journey ahead, the future ahead. I'd have to say the only thing that weighs heavy on me is having to have the conversation of a conversation with my child one day about where his or her father is, why is he not present, what happened, why aren't you guys together? Those are the questions that I'm going to have to answer. I'm going to have to bear that burden. That's what is going to weigh heavy on my mind, on my heart, until that day comes. And I will always be on edge with that, having that in mind, that I'm going to have to deal with that I'm going to have to be, I have to be bigger. I have to be um, the one to break my child's heart. In the end, like, if the words are going to come from me, it's not going to come from him, because he's decided that he doesn't want to be here. He doesn't want to be involved. I'm gonna have to bear that dagger. I'm gonna have to stick that dagger in my child's heart, that half of his makeup, half of his being didn't want us, didn't want to be involved in this process of seeing such a blessing, such a life being developed and brought into this world. That is what weighs heavy. That's what hurts. Knowing that I'm gonna have to be the one um, to break that news, that I'm gonna have to deal with that. I'm gonna have to look my child in the eyes and tell them, that this person didn't want this. They didn't want you. That is heartbreaking. That is what hurts more than anything. Because I can easily get over someone so selfish, so heartless. But for a child who is innocent, how? How do they wrap their head around such? How do they wrap their head around such words, such hurt? I couldn't. I couldn't. I couldn't do that. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to do that. I'm gonna have to see that hurt. I'm gonna have to see that hurt. I'm gonna have to deal with that. I'm gonna have to deal with that. He doesn't have to deal with that. He doesn't have to see their face. I'm gonna have to deal with that. That's that's the part that weighs heavy on me. That's the part that's gonna weigh heavy on he or she one day, that a part of them was denied. A part of them that they will maybe never get to know. And I think that is the worst feeling. The not knowing, the not knowing. That is heartbreaking. So for that, that is what weighs heavy. That is what hurts me to the core. That's what hurts me to the core. That I'm gonna have to see that face and know that one day this kid is gonna ask me these questions, and how they're gonna feel, how they're gonna respond, how they're gonna react. And I pray and I hope to God that I'm not blamed for that, for them not wanting this person not wanting to be in their life. I don't want that. I hate to have to think about thinking, or them thinking, that it's something I did or something I said, and that is not at all the case. That's the part that I'm going to have to deal with. That's the part of this whole experience that is frightening, that is beyond me. So, um, yeah, yeah. So I am using this platform. I've decided to use this platform to get out a lot of what has been on my mind. This is my therapy. I haven't been able to bring myself again to write it all down, to have to face that brutal, honest, in your face truth. But it is the truth. It's my truth. Um, this is my diary. This is my life. This is my time. This is my heartbreak.